Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the Team of the Season TONALI card to review. With this card, guys, we're taking a look at a card who is 5'11", medium high work rates, right-footed, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. So obviously, the main purpose of using this card in your team is going to be for defensive capabilities, right? You want him to be as good as possible in the defensive position, mainly playing as one of two CDMs or as the main CDM, right? Preferably main CDM. With this card, guys, in-game player traits, he has the long passer traits, he has the team player traits, in-game attributes. We're working with a card who has 99 acceleration at a 99 for sprint speed because I am deciding to give him the shadow chemistry style. The card has really good shot power, really good long shots if you do get into those situations where you may want to pop one in, but taking long shots with a card that doesn't have 90s for shooting, I don't do too often. I do it sometimes unless they have like the long shot taker trait, right? But definitely a very huge plus for a card that is mainly going to be playing in that midfield setup. Passing on the card is definitely set up very nicely with the 4-star weak foot at a 92 for composure. Very, very solid to have in that midfield setup. With the dribbling's in a great area as well, because with TONALI, he is a person who has a unique body type while being 5'11" with really, really good pace stats on a shadow, right? So all of that with defensive stats being increased like crazy is very nice. Defensive awareness is still lower on the card in general, but he's a medium high work rate player, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. And then last but not least, for physical capabilities on the card, he does have very good physical, right? Aggression is there, strength is there, stamina is there. All of it's really nice. So the main thing for me, right, for this card is mainly going to be in work rates, weak foot with good defense, physical, and pace. Like all of that stuff together is what makes him a solid CDM. Because you guys remember that the foot fantasy card, which was this version of his card, this card was really solid, especially once he got upgraded. Obviously, the stat difference between the two cards nowadays is going to be in the 3s and 4s and 5s, right? So once it gets to that point where it's 3s, 4s, and 5s, that's where it's a noticeable difference. That's where it's actually worth getting these types of cards. Because, listen, the foot fantasy card, right? You couldn't really give this card an anchor. You could, however, technically give an anchor to TONALI. Do I think it's kind of pointless? Yes, because I think pace is hugely important in this year's game. But regardless, guys, we are going to be trying out TONALI in the midfield setup, playing as the main CDM in a 4-1-2-2, as well as the 3-4-1-2, playing in that center mid area. So we'll see how he performs in game. Hopefully he is a beast. Listen, I almost went through my legs, but we'll move. Interception. Thank you very much, sir. I don't know what that animation choice is for him to get a ball on the floor, but we move. Thank you very much, sir. Game frustrates me sometimes. I did like a nice little thing there with Dybala, and I got nothing. I have to watch out for that trackback. That's the trackback is the thing I have to look out for the most. There we go, TONALI. Nice, TONALI. Nice to work with that weak foot. Thank you, TONALI. Thank you, TONALI. And again. Pass off. should be a possession-based challenge, but fortunately it's not. Nice pass, TONALI. Nice, TONALI. TONALI with the AI there. No, TONALI. Oh, I feel like he could have done better there, to be honest. I mean, he goes for an animation, but I was more hoping for like a magnetization there, you know? I don't really blame him because his game's weird like that, but... We're good, we're good, we're good. My boy TONALI. Ah, we got on a white. Nah, don't let him do that to you, TONALI, my boy. Epa. Well done. Oh, I try to get like an aggressive challenge there. You can even see me doing the tackle button, but he didn't really do any sort of animation. Good header, TONALI. I'll take that. No! No! Okay, guys, so final verdict on the Sandro TONALI card. So, guys, if you have the intention of using this card as your main CDM and you really want that medium-high work-rated card there, that's going to be the whole point of getting this type of card in your team, right? You want someone who has the physical presence. You want someone who has the pace. You want someone who has the pace working with the dribbling. This is one of those types of cards where everything bounces off of it, right? So it's a combination of different things. He has the right work rate to play in that area. His body type as well as his height is really good in that CDM position. I do wish his defensive awareness was higher to work with that medium high work rate, but it's honestly not that big of a deal because, as you guys know, the fantasy card was still amazing defensively, so it's not really that big of a deal. Shooting on the card, for a card that's mainly going to be playing in the CDM position, you might get some shooting opportunities, obviously. I just don't see people taking them that often because, again, it's not like the high 90s when it comes to this card. Obviously, he has the shot power and the long shot, so if you go for it, he'll be able to score it sometimes, especially if you green it. Passing with a 4-star weak foot, being the main defensive-oriented player in that midfield setup is fantastic. I can work with the weak foot. I can work with the strong foot for it. And then obviously for physical, the physical works out great as well because of the fact that he's got that unique body type while being a 5'11" player. Now, if we're going to be doing a comparison, I don't know if this is just like a personal preference of mine, because it definitely could be, but for some reason, I prefer to use the Kessié card in this game over the TONALI card because Kessié, I don't know, man, I really feel like when a card has the high work rate, for a card that can push forward and come back, I really like it because this is the defensive oriented push forward comeback type player, right? So there's so many different instances where, you know, I was doing the review for D-Ball at the same time while checking out TONALI, right? And I was just watching what Kessié was doing on the pitch and I just liked it more, right? Defensively was great, positioning was great, using his physical to get the ball back was great. But obviously, they're different types of cards because one is a medium high, one is a high. So it's really going to be preference based when it comes to what type of work rate you want in that position. Because some people don't mind using a high work rated player in the CDM position. Because here's the thing, right? Kessié, guys, when you give Kessié the shadow chemistry style, right? You give him the shadow chemistry style. He has 99 acceleration, 98 for sprint speed with perfect defending, while working with really good physical, but he's got a big body type with a 6 foot height average body type. Like his body type in game is big, you know? So it just works out really nicely for this card. So if I was gonna do like a personal preference thing, for me personally, I would go with Kessié over TONALI, especially because of the game style in this game for sure, because that push forward comeback with this Kessié card is actually really good. But it's just one of those situations, like I said, if you want the medium high work rate player for a card that's going to perform really well in the meta of the game, TONALI is still going to be that guy. He has weird moments, but this is a weird game, so it's one of those ones, you know. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.